Thank you.
Right, lovely. Then you're going to get back to Joanne. The nurses promised that. That'll be fine, won't it, if you get back to them?
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay, can we have another question now? Because there's a lot of people here. Kay, can you speak nice and clearly to the lovely ladies?
Yeah. I was just wondering, can anything be done about the system on answering for the prescription side of things? Because I recently was going to course with my mum. She's 90 years old, partially sighted, very arthritic, so obviously I take on a lot of the roles on my mum's behalf. It took me 3.5 weeks to actually get answered, and I had to go through the main reception and be put through to the prescription side of it, and I still didn't get answered, and it took me another 2 days before I got answered.
So, are you not able to visit the surgery? Sorry, I'm just
sorry, I
asking.
don't live with my mum. I have MS myself, so sometimes I have to work from my home,
Right.
and
Okay.
if I can't get nothing done at mum's end, then I'm too far away to sort of just walk along as
No,
I
it's
say I have
fine.
MS.
It was just
yeah.
because that obviously is better than.
Yeah,
And
obviously.
also, do you use the online system at all?
No.
No. Have you got computer access?
I have the phone, so I could most probably set it up. on
Okay.
there.
Because there is an online access for the surgery, and if you want some details, I can obviously give you some
That
afterwards.
would be
Which
absolutely
you
brilliant.
can then send a message to the surgery, which is picked up by the clinic manager every day.
Oh,
And that's just another
because
way
obviously
that
over the
might
course of
might
those
shorten
weeks,
your
obviously over the course of those weeks, I was constantly 7 times a day phoning up, leaving messages, being told I'd be reached back. So all in all, it took me 4 weeks to sort out a simple prescription.
I'm sorry about that.
No,
But if
I
I
know
can
it's
give you
nobody's
some
fault.
details, but
Yeah, it's
and then
nobody's
we can
fault
get
in
you on.
particular, but it's just wondering if that could be souped up in any way, because some people, as I say, if it weren't for the fact that, I can take that role on
Yeah.
farmer,
yeah.
if I wasn't there, my mum wouldn't have that facility herself.
Can I just ask if that was very recent? Because quite
Yes.
recently we've
Yes.
added an option on the phone in terms of, press 1 if it's a prescription query. Did you get that message?
Yeah, we've got all those
Oh,
messages and
yeah,
I was
it's still
told that somebody
working.
would get back to
Okay.
us over the course of 3 weeks, nobody got back to us. And as I say, it took us up to the 4th week to actually get the prescription sorted out.
So I mean, I can tell you so that it's answered for everyone.
Please,
So if you go onto the practice website, which is www.greenelms. Oh gosh, it's free. If you Google Green Elms surgery,
Second here.
it will come up with that. And so there's a way on the website to ask a query about a prescription on there. The other thing that you could do is if your mother registers for the online services, and then you can get proxy access, so you can access that online service yourself for her, and you can request her regular medication, and you can also send queries about it as well.
Oh, that's excellent, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, yeah, that's
and what is the online details for people to go online? What's it called? Just Green
So-
Elm Surgery?
Yeah, just if you just Google Green Elms for the website.
Yeah.
So if you want to register for the online services,
Yep.
you just need to pop into the surgery with some form of photographic ID.
Okay.
If you've got a driving licence, a bus pass,
Yep.
just something, or if you both go in together, just
That
and then
easy.
you just
That
ask
easy.
the receptionist to register you for online services,
Wonderful.
and then that allows you to order prescriptions
All
online.
online.
But with the website, that's slightly different. It is just a message. You send a message through about your prescription.
21st century.
Yeah.
Come to Jaywick.
Well, we want to make more and more use of it.
I like it.
Because obviously it reduces everyone's phoning, and hopefully by reducing the phoning, it means that those people that really do need to get through can get through.
Perfect.
So
That's the solution. Okay, we've got the mighty Andy White here in the building. Over to you, Andy.
We've been going around a lot and speaking to a lot of people in Jaywick recently, and what's come up is the phone lines and the amount of time it takes to get through. And the minute you speak to anyone who's got any kind of long-term condition, they just take the phone out and show you how many times they tried to call the surgery. What I'm not understanding here is, obviously, there was a tendering process where you guys bid to run the surgeries. How are there not enough resources there? And is there a level the service can get to where actually it's deemed to have failed and something can be done by somebody else? Because I've not spoken to anyone who's happy. I've not heard anyone say that they're happy with how things are going. You know, everybody's always, I've made hundreds of phone calls, or I can't get a referral, or I'm waiting weeks and weeks for a prescription that should take a day or so. And I don't understand why here it's allowed to get to this point. So yeah, is there a cut-off point which can you lose your current contract?
Yes, the contract is it has got a lifespan.
Yeah, but can you lose it before?
Yeah, but every year the commissioners can at any time give us notice if they don't believe that we're providing a good enough service. They can give us
So are they currently satisfied with the?
So what the CCG, our CCG commissioners are, receiving a number of complaints as we have in terms of exactly what you described. It's difficult getting through on the phones. Sometimes you can't get a GP appointment. Sometimes prescriptions. There's an issue with prescriptions. So they're very, very cited on some of the challenges that we've had and the problems that we've had and the feeling of the community. What they are keen to do, though, is work with us in terms of not, throwing any more money at us, but is there anything that they can do to support us? And one of the things they are supporting us with is trying to get more people to use online services. So what they're doing with us, some of their team, the commissioners, are coming and working with us in terms of how can we get more people online, can we help people get online, etc., etc. But in terms of the funding that we get from the commissioners, it's a complicated formula that all GP practices are allocated funding for.
Well, yeah, but when you you submitted a bid to the CCG to provide the services.
Yes.
How is there now? There is obviously some disconnect in what you thought it would cost to deliver these services and what it's actually costing to deliver the services now. Because the bit that really concerns me is I've spoken to dozens of people who are now they've given up. They don't bother ringing anymore. They're at home now and they're not well and they won't ring you.
Yeah.
They won't try and get the appointment.
Yeah,
that
is a real concern, and that's a concern.
These are people who are not going to go. They're not going to go online and register through a website.
Yeah.
They're going to sit at home and continue to be ill.
Yeah.
And their money is paying for your service, which clearly isn't working for them.
So we meet with the commissioners on a monthly basis, and we provide them with lots of information in relation to the performance of the surgery and our services. They've been down to the surgery and visited the surgery. CQC have been down and visited the surgery as well. I'm sure you're aware. We've had CQC inspections at the surgery as well. So everybody is very cited on some of the problems that we've still got in terms of people getting through, and we are absolutely worried if we've got patients out in our communities who aren't trying to phone through because they're thinking, well, I've given up. So, we are absolutely working very hard to try and address that. We've put more staff into the hub to answer the phones, and I know that there are still occasions when people are waiting long times to get through, but we've absolutely improved the response rate through the phones that we've had, certainly from, even a few months ago. It's improving all the time. It's not there yet in terms of a great service. Often people are asked to phone back if appointments aren't available, but we are working very hard to improve it, and the commissioners are very cited on the challenges.
Happy with that, Andy? Not happy,
I
but
think it's good to get.
bad good to get. So this
I
way,
don't want to hold everybody's time.
Can I just say, I think if you are aware of people that you've described that are frightened to pick up the phone and get through to the surgery when they're in need, we absolutely need to try and reach out to
It's
them.
not that they're frightened to pick up the phone. It's that it's a
It's
total waste of their time. Yeah.
You waiting on an hour. If I have to be at work by 10 to 9 in the morning, sorry to interrupt you, but simple what it is. I work over in the post office,
Yeah.
so I talk as well to a lot of the community. I've got to be at work by 10 to 9. You've got to get on the phone at literally 5 minutes late. You're on there for an hour waiting to get through. I've got to be at work. I don't finish work till 5:30. You're basically, I went up to the doctors were shut, and they're not open all day now either. Because the last when I went to pick up my prescription, everywhere was closed, so I couldn't go in there, and I do mine online as well.
Yeah.
I've just done mine online before I came out, and actually it wouldn't accept the button. I had to go into custom repeat prescription. So I've had to make a note that the button doesn't work, I've had to do a custom prescription, so online isn't always that easy either.
So it may.
When I was ill, it's just not worth ringing up, and you're encouraged to go to Clacton Hospital, and that's logging up there. I'm one of these that just won't bother ringing up for an appointment.
So just a couple of things
I
I want
just sort of
to.
clarify what that man said, he's bang on with it. Totally.
So just a couple of things to pick up on that you said there. So we have so the CCG has commissioned additional hours at Clacton Hospital in the in the minor illness unit. So it's not minor injuries, it's not clogging the hospital up, it's a separate service, and they've provided it for a cluster of GPs in the Clacton area.
You
So
have to
not
do
just-
one, don't you? Make an appointment at minor.
No, so you can make the appointment via the surgery as well.
You can't get through.
So later on in
You
the
can't
day,
get
so
through.
later on in the day, so these appointments are in the evening at Clacton Hospital. There's also some at Saturday and Sunday, and you will see, so particularly at the weekend, there is a GP on duty, and there are also advanced nurse practitioners during the week and at the weekend.
So, for example, if I'm in again with a chest infection for 3 weeks that wouldn't budge, and I need an appointment, what do I do? I can't phone the doctor's surgery. You just cannot get through. But if I've got to go to work as well, you can't get through.
Yeah.
And I speak to loads of our customers at the post office, and pretty much everyone just.
But the vast majority, I'm sorry, but the vast majority of patients are getting through. Our appointments are booked.
oh, go for that. What about those that aren't getting through?
I know, and that's
No,
what
no,
I
come on, you
and
don't
that's-
go
that's what I
the majority. What about those that aren't? We'll talk about those that aren't.
Yeah, and that's what I said earlier in terms of we know that not everybody's able to get through if they want to because the demand is there.
You've
But
got an hour. You've got an hour. You can't.
What about this lady here? Have you got something to add?
Yes, please. On the phone for 49 minutes.
Music down the front.
It's playing up lovely. Straight back down again.
What happened?
So then I'll ring back. Further 32 minutes. She said, well, you should have rung earlier.
Or an appointment.
Oh, what do I say to that?
Oh,
What do I say to her? Scream and shout ain't going to make anything better. But it's not the first time. It's reoccurring. It's reoccurring. You could go on there. I've known somebody on there
140 times,
Yeah.
mate.
100
200
times.
minutes waiting.
200 times with grandson.
I rang 19 times this morning. By the 20th occasion, I actually got an answer after 2.5
And why
hours.
would they put the phones down? And they've done it a couple of times. It should, you know, it should be recorded somewhere.
And actually going to the hospital.
Our phones are recorded.
The hospital
and I
is your
think-
best option usually.
Yeah, but someone went the other day, poorly, they was told to go.
Sorry, they want to speak. If
Can
you,
we respond?
sorry.
Sorry.
Let them respond, please. Sorry.
If there is an instance of that, then we absolutely need to know because we can listen to the phone call. So if we've got your phone number, we can listen to that call and see what happened to that call, even if if the phone is put down, then we would be able to track that on the
What I'm saying
system.
to you now, when you was at Golf Green Hall, people saying the same thing, and we're still saying it now, and still they put the phone down. You know, we're going round in circles.
That young lady
I don't
in there
understand.
promised me, when we come getting back to that, when we was at Gold Green Hall, I think it was last year, I've got bad memory, that young lady that's going to suddenly take my details and get back to me today, she promised me, back at Gold Green Hall, Danny told me to give her the details, and I didn't, you know, she had so much as rubbing me, wrote me a letter, I acknowledged it.
What I don't understand is I'm a great
You can't say you were at Gold Green Hall,
Don't
you
try
were.
to fix it. And I don't think our system was broke.
No.
I think the people that rung up at 8 o'clock for surgery or queued up outside, 90% of those people got their appointments.
Sorry to interrupt. Is there anything the people here can do if they feel they're getting like this situation? Can they bring a certain person to complain with a certain detail?
So the powers team.
The powers team. Can you explain it? How? Right, so basically you can ring a certain place if you've got a complaint. What's the
Patients
details of
liaison
that?
service, that's what PALS is.
Yeah, brilliant. We're going to find out now something you can do.
I rang up regularly, don't worry.
Okay, should we ask the questions to these lovely ladies? Anyone got another question? There you go, sir. Ask them.
Ladies,
Come up if you want.
I'm very brave of you to come down here. You've got more balls than your governors. But, it's just a shame you've got to be here, really. But I do agree with what's going on here. And when ACE first got going, we all got letters around to say that everyone felt sorry for us, standing out in the rain and the cold, waiting to get to the surgery. That's written on the letter that we got. That was absolute window sealing crap. That was just laid out for a feel sorry factor. That wasn't what we wanted, not at all. In absolutely no way. Getting through on the phone record shows 121 calls here in one day, permanently engaged, and it's recorded on the phone. It's there. And I know I'm not phone the most. People have around here have got more than that. It's all there, it's recorded. My wife's been waiting for an operation for a while now, for a hysterectomy, which is nothing to do with Green Elms, but this will lead on to Green Elms. Been waiting since August last year. Around November, she was at work, I got a phone call, and I picked her up, she was really unwell, with a urine infection. I went and picked her up from work in agony, took a while to find the surgery up and get through, and the young lady said, this was Thursday afternoon, around 2 o'clock, 2:15, she said, yeah, I can get you an appointment for Monday. I said, she's got urine retention. And she said, I'll get you an appointment for Monday. That's dangerous. That's out and out dangerous. I said that to her, I said, she's got urine retention. You can't tell me that Thursday afternoon we'll try and get you in Monday. You can't do that. She said, well, I'll phone you back so you won't get into the hospital, like Clapton Walking Centre. We waited around, the wife was in agony. We decided to go down to the walking centre ourselves. Explained to them what was happening, and they said to us, well, we can't do all this sort of thing here anyway, you'd have to go to Colchester, to the A&E. She would sit down, and they could see the wife was in distress, and we'll get a doctor to see her, but we'd probably end up in Colchester. And the wife sat there, and she was in a bad way. And I said to the receptionist at the walking centre, do you mind if we leave, we're going to go down to Colchester, down to the A&E. She said, no, you've got to go there anyway, best you get there as soon as you can. We drove down there and they took her into the A&E, and by now she was just passing pure blood. She was in a bad way. They put her into a cubicle and gave her the intravenous antibiotics, what we call it. I'm not too familiar with medical, but they gave her that. And while she had to be treated, I passed by that night in the cubicle, being treated by the doctors. She got a phone call from the hub to say go down to the walking centre. You know, it's wrong. And as for the telephones, it doesn't work, ladies. It just doesn't work. You can hear it from everyone. And whoever sent that letter out to originally say this is what we're going to do because we didn't like you standing out there shivering, waiting for the surgery open and not. Honestly, that's just crap. Sorry about the language, but it was. It's just absolute selling double
I think we'd all like to wait outside the surgery
Yeah.
in future, at least we get our appointments.
It doesn't work. I fully agree with what Andrew's saying. It doesn't work. It's gone beyond breaking point now. and it should be rescinded and given back to where it used to be, because people are suffering, and that is not on. I paid into the open NHS for 52 years before I retired. I've got my own in the bargain. NHS and I'm not there in the bargain. It's wrong, totally wrong. Sorry to take the time, but thanks for coming.
Very good point. Very good point.